reference to a mixed beverage referendum. And our action tonight is requested that we vote on referendum to be on the November ballot. I believe we had some information that was requested too. Welcome, Andy.
Thank you. Really, I have nothing to add from the last time. Nothing new, unless people just have different questions or something they would answer. But other than that, there's just not much other new information I can give at this time.
We had two commissioners I know that mentioned they wanted to see the law.
Yeah, and we've gotten copies of that wording, and just so I understand, Mr. Evans, this the ABC store elections, the ballot for an ABC store election. There's two items that if passed would appear on the ballot. Is that correct? And could you just explain a little bit about the ABC store part? I'm not so sure.
Well, the way it reads is that we have an ABC store in the county, but it's operated by the city. So as far as Dr. Raleigh, they look at it as the county does not operate an ABC store. So in order to have a mixed beverage referendum on the ballot, our county would have to operate ABC on the ballot also. There's been some different things. I know Don and I both have went back and forth with people in Raleigh, but it says that the ABC store doesn't have to pass. If the mixed drink passes, the county has the opportunity to negotiate with the town ABC store and work out a deal with them to, I guess, a percentage of the income and stuff to allow the county businesses to buy their liquor at the local age.
So if one passed and the other one didn't?
If the mixed beverage passes and the ABCs don't, then you can still have mixed beverages.
Oh.
The other way around, you have to have, the mixed beverage has to pass.
I'll just ask one other. You had, we haven't heard a lot of numbers on your petition. Do you want to talk about it or not?
The petition has been off really good. Of course, I know they've released the official numbers that we've turned in here, which are just some up front that we did before the primary happened. At the very beginning, we brought in a few sheets and then let them two things to kind of teach us how to go through the system and how it's going to be processed. After that, we have all of our rest of them. We've got them and continue to get petitions. The numbers have been, the support is huge. The problem is, I've heard different people and it's mentioned whatnot. They don't hear a lot of activity in the public about it or support. And the problem is, in this county and a lot of other counties, I went back and done some research since the last meeting and spoke to some of the counties that's passed this. Their commissioners, Jackson County was one of them. Their commissioners went on their own, put it on the ballot just as a way to try to keep business in. They stuck it on the ballot kind of quietly, and then they said there was no campaigning for it. There was 2 letters sent into the paper to oppose it, and they traced them back to businesses that already served it, that didn't want no new businesses open. So other than that, there was no support, like campaign ads or nothing run for it, and it passed by pretty large numbers. And basically that's what I got from everybody. You're not going to get, I guess in the Bible Belt region that basically we're in, you're not going to get a lot of people to stick their neck out to say in public, especially business owners, a lot of them have. But they're afraid that if they stick their neck out, say they're for it, then they either lose business or people can lose their jobs. That's their fear. So they don't come out in public and do it. They sign petitions and they'll go vote for it privately. And I think the numbers, if it makes it on the ballot and in the fall, I think the numbers will be, for support, I think, be substantial, because a lot of people just like quiet. Everybody knows everybody in this county, and it's a small town, and so people will oppose it out in public, but a lot of people won't come out and just publicly stand up and say, "Yay, I'm for it." So I respect, that, and hope they can have an opportunity to go privately and vote at the ballot box.
Okay, and the last thing I have, I was just, since Mr. Day is with us, as far as if it were to pass, the cost of putting it on the ballot, and then, is there,
That's the letter that's in front of you.
that's the one I just
That was a request. What I did was I requested the Board of Elections, go ahead and just answer 3 questions for this board, and Mr. Day can just follow up on this if you wish to do so. I asked him to answer 3 questions. One was, would this be any additional cost to the county? 2 was to actually specifically identify the questions that would be put on the ballot. And 3 is, what are the legal means to put this issue on the ballot? So if you read in the first paragraph, Mr. Day states that, per your request, this letter is to verify the potential addition of the ABC store elections and mixed beverage elections to the November ballot will have no additional cost to the county. So that was the answer to question 1. And then if you look at the next section, the following is how it would be presented on the ballot. So you can see the ABC store elections and then also the mixed beverage elections as far as how the question would be. And then finally, Mr. Day goes on to describe the 2 means to put it on the ballot. One is a written request for election from the governing body, or a petition requesting an election signed by at least 35% of the voters registered in the county. And so those are the 3 questions that I'd asked Mr. Day to provide on County Board of Elections letterhead, so that we can just get those questions cleared up. And I didn't mean to jump in front of you, Michael, but that was somewhat the purpose that I requested to go ahead and have this put on the letterhead.
So it says there will be no additional cost to the county.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other comments or questions?
I think we should read the questions so the public would know the questions.
I think we should read the last 3 paragraphs.
Mr. Day prepared us a nice letter here, and the first question will be to permit the operation of ABC stores, and it's simply for or against. And then the second question is to permit the sale of mixed beverages in hotels, restaurants, private clubs, community theaters, and convention centers, and then for or against. So thank you for preparing that. Makes it clear.
The last paragraphs, Mr. Day goes on saying there are presently 7,153 registered voters in Alleghany. 2,504 valid signatures would be required if it were to be put on by petition. And then skipping down, for the ABC store election, there are presently 36 valid signatures. For the mixed beverage election, there are presently 46 valid signatures. So, that's about it. Okay. Is there any other comments or are there any other comments? If not, the question before us is to vote on whether or not to request that this be placed on the November ballot.
I make a motion to approve this request for an election
Okay,
for this, for these 2 questions to be on the ballot.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a second. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor of the motion as stated signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Aye. 4-1. Thank you. Did you have anything else?
No, so that's the official thing. I'm finished. You got it wrong. But I would like to thank y'all for coming to listen to me for 3 times in a row. It's been great. It's been neat experience. And it's been overwhelming, but it's been really cool. So I really appreciate everybody's help. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's move